3-star any base with the top 3 best Town Hall 15 attack strategies with the new Root Rider. So starting with the third best option, we have the Super Bowler Smash with the Root Rider. This is a very strong option. However, this will be using the new gears. So if you don't have them, you can still use the OG ones. So don't worry, you can still use these armies. To start off, you want to mainly use the Super Minion Blimp. This is going to create one half of your funnel. Using a Lava Hound with the Battle Blimp, once you get it in place, drop an Invisibility, Clone, and then Rage, followed by multiple invisibility spells every 4 seconds. This is just going to allow you to get a lot of value. You're creating a little bit of a funnel by offsetting the clone and using your super minions to take down the Town Hall. This works very well against box style designs and possibly even diamond style designs, but can struggle with others. You should also try to expand a little bit of this funnel by using some of your super barbarians in order to create this. On the other side, you're typically going to run using super barbarians, ice golem, and the barbarian king. He's going to create one part of your funnel, which is going to make it very much possible for you to send in your Root Riders into the base, allowing you to create and clear a nice and solid area. It's just really important that creating the funnel on both sides, so that way the Root Riders go in the right direction, and of course your Super Bowlers go in the right direction. Now, with a funnel set on both sides, you can practically send in your Root Riders into the base. I'd recommend using a couple Super Barbarians in order to make sure you secure the funnel, and then you can send in your Super Bowlers. An early Rage is usually preferred, while then also using a Grand Warden ability as you move in. You want to make sure that you are controlling where your Super Bowlers and your Root Riders go. Being able to use a Rage spell in the core of the base to continue to push them in, dealing massive damage for the Super Bowlers while your entire attack continues to move around. Having the queen kind of moving in with them right behind also really helps a lot. And if you have the Super Bowlers kind of working themselves in an area where they can just kind of stay up, they've done their job, and you have your back-end Royal Champion to provide some really nice additional support with the use of Diggy. So that should really be completely fine. It allows you to clear through a large area. You have a lot of flexibility with an army like this. You can use a Warden Walk if you're not seeing bases like a box design or a diamond style design, but this is still a very, very solid option, as the Super Bowlers are really good, and pairing them with the Root Rider, it can be even better. With the second best army, guess what strategy's back? The Zap Witches. You can use the Zap Witches at Town Hall 15, mostly because you can zap out scatter shots. You're going to use 1 Earthquake, 5 Lightning, and 1 Max Lightning from your CC to remove 1 scatter. Do the same thing on the other side, and get as much value as possible. This includes Rage Spell Towers, Inferno Towers, etc. But getting rid of the scatter shots is a very big thing to do, as then you can clear the Inferno Towers with the Root Riders and have everything tanked through the middle of the base. Now, from this point, you can basically create the funnel, but you're going to be spamming Ice Golems to start off, Root Riders to start breaking open walls, and then having the rest of everything. Apprentice Warden, the Grand Warden, the King, the Queen, as you start to push yourself in. This is a very, very strong option, as you're just going to kind of let everything go through. An early Grand Warden ability as you continue to push yourself in really does help a lot. If you can line up the Log Launcher with some key defenses, that is pretty massive. But you won't lose nearly as many witches with a lot of skeletons, and of course having the Root Riders tanking, it can be incredibly difficult. You'll even have your Royal Champion on the back end to start moving in while the rest of your troops are within the core of the base. The idea is that you want to try and just push yourself through. So even when the Town Hall is still up, you'll have the Root Riders. They can absolutely tank and shred through the Town Hall, let alone being able to really quickly and easily get through. The Royal Champion will be able to have more than enough to get through the rest of the back end, and you should still have witches to basically clean up. So it's a really strong option, and again, Zap Witches is now a viable army at Town Hall 15 thanks to the new lightning spell level. So it just becomes insanely strong, and very, very flexible. And of course, last but not least, our best army it's Super Barch. Come on, it's gotta be Super Barch. Adding the Root Rider is just kind of insane for the army. So you'll typically run around 4 to 5 balloons with the Grand Warden and the Battle Blimp. The ability here really doesn't matter. As long as you have the Eternal Tome, you're fine. Of course, you want to make sure that you're landing it in an area of value. So the Town Hall, Monolith, Eagle, Scatter, those are the type of buildings that you want to remove. It's really important that you are able to get the value here, mostly because you want to try and clear as many of these key defenses. The Town Hall is special, so try to make sure that you are getting that Town Hall down so you can very much have an easier time getting through the rest of the base. Only difficult part here is probably against Poison Spell Towers, as they could be very strong thanks to the Rage nerf. Now, once you got the value that you need, you can send in a couple Super Barbarians to clear out some buildings away from what you've already cleared, and you can send in your Root Riders, following this with your King, Queen, and Electro Titan. The Root Riders just break through walls like it's nothing. So what's so nice about them is that they're basically the proper replacement to any sort of super wall breaker. They break open walls so easily, so consistently, and they just provide so much value that realistically, you're going to just be able to cruise through any base. I mean, this is an incredibly strong troop. Pairing this with the Super Barch is almost a no-brainer, as you can very easily get value from its tanking and, of course, its wall-breaking ability. Now, you should have your Royal Champion that will move in with your regular attack, while your Super Barbarians are being used over, all around the base, surgically being placed and using them in different spots, being able to clear multiple buildings and just allowing you to get a lot of the base down. It's really important, though, that you are being very patient with them so you can get the most out of it, alongside, of course, having the entire push still moving through. Even if you do lose some Root Riders, you should still be completely fine. They're going to keep your heroes up 99% of the time, so it's incredibly strong, and you can easily smash a lot of bases, even with the OG abilities, with strategies that use the Root Rider.